Hello, this is Carlotta, and I'm here today to take you on a nice little tour of some of our Pampered Chef herbs that we have available. And just so you know, we actually have 27 different herbs, but we're just going to take the ones that I've got out here today, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about each one. So for the first one I'm going to talk about is the all-purpose dill mix. Now, what could you possibly do with that? One of the things that I do with it is I take about 3/4 of a cup of mayo, 1/4 of a cup of sour cream, and mix all that together and add about 2 tablespoons of the all-purpose dill mix and put some nice fresh garlic in there, and you have a great dill. The next one we have here is the herb de Provence. Now this one's a really good one to add to any kind of a chicken broth. Gives it that extra zippy flavor. It's actually kind of a mild flavor. I add it to turkey broth. I use it for a lot of different soups that I like to make. Our next one is a peppercorn melody, and yes, we do carry peppercorns. You can actually use them in the Pampered Chef pepper grinder. Italian seasoning mix. Again, my name's Carlotta Antonelli, and actually my maiden name is Smith. However, I did marry an Italian, and I do use a lot of the Italian seasoning mix, especially in the fall when I make my own spaghetti sauces, and it just comes in very, very handy. And of course, there's other ways you could use it too, but I pretty much just use it. I will take some fresh tomatoes, throw them in a pan, chop up some onions, and add some of the Italian seasoning mix, and it's absolutely delicious. Our next one is our Southwest seasoning mix. Now, you can really let your imagination run amok on this one because there's a lot of different ways you can use it. We happen to like to use it in our taco meat. I like to make homemade enchiladas. I will add it to that. It also will just zip up any kind of a dip if you want to make it a little bit more zippy. Our next one is the rosemary herb seasoning mix. Now, this one is wonderful with chicken and turkey. It gives it that extra little holiday smell as you are roasting it in the oven. And a couple of other different ways you can use it too. Again, you can always throw any of these herbs and add them into a soup. Our next one is the Dijon mustard rub, and I'm going to show you this really close up. Now, I love to make deviled eggs, and you will have people begging you to make your deviled eggs for them because you have added this Dijon mustard rub to your egg mixture. It will just zip them right up. You'll love it. And again, they'll come back and they'll ask for more. Garlic rub. Well, I told you my last name's Antonelli, so we do use a lot of garlic at our house. This nice little garlic rub goes really well with the lemon pepper rub. You could rub this all over meats, chicken, lamb. I happen to love lamb as well. Lemon goes very, very well with lamb, as does the rosemary herbs. Our next one is our sweet basil rub. Now, we like to make pesto at this house, and of course we use the fresh basil, but in a pinch during the winter time, I can grab this sweet basil rub and it just adds a nice little flavor. As you probably know, basil is the star of pesto, and I will make pesto later, not today, and show you how we make our pesto here at this house. We love pesto. How about our ranch popcorn seasoning? Yes, this is a new one. We just came out with this on March 1st. We happen to have a popcorn maker as well here at the Pampered Chef. And you can actually pop the popcorn in the microwave in 2 minutes. This one is a really nice one for also to make your own ranch dressing. And it's a nice little fat jar of seasoning, and it's very, very good on the popcorn as well. Our last herb I'm going to show you today is the Carlotta slow cooker seasoning. And I just happened to be doing a roast today because it's just that kind of day. It's rainy here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. So I thought, oh, what a good day to do a roast. I'm going to be adding potatoes and carrots and onions to it. And of course, I'm using the Pampered Chef slow cooker along with the everyday casserole pan. But this is a delicious, delicious seasoning. I have to tell you, I've also used it in coleslaw. It's wonderful. show you this now. We do, of course, encourage you to use fresh herbs as well. And it is summertime and there's a lot of herbs growing. You can kind of see out there in my garden. So you can take your fresh herbs, put it in this herb grinder, and you will just grind out the nice fresh herbs. Did you know that fresh herbs are not as potent as the ones that are dried? I learned that a few days ago. I thought that was very interesting, don't you? Here we have a way to freeze your herb and oil mixture. When we make our pesto, we'll just pop a pesto in each one of these. We'll put it in the freezer. I love to add pesto to vegetable soup. Believe me, it gives it a wonderful, wonderful flavor. And this afternoon, I've also been drinking tea, and I love iced tea. And this happens to be our new cold brew pitcher, but I turned it into my cold brew iced tea pitcher. So I am a hot coffee drinker, so I thought I can make this work for me, and it does. It makes wonderful iced tea, and I just put the tea leaves in and poured the hot water over, and then it was strained out. Absolutely delicious. Hope you've enjoyed this. Oh, you need to know that Pampered Chef has 27 options for you for your herbs. So take a look at a catalog or visit my website, www.pamperedchef.biz/Carlotta's Kitchen, and you can see all the wonderful herb options that we have for you. Again, we have 27 of them. Have a nice afternoon.